So they're giving me an image, and it is a little kid sitting on a horse, and the kid has his eyes closed, and it is actually a bareback riding situation. And it's a giant horse and a little kid, and there's nobody around. It's not really clear how this kid got on top of this horse at all. And what's beautiful about this image is that the kid has its eyes closed, and you can tell that it's connected to the horse in its heart, and it is telepathically communicating to the horse different ideas of what it wants to do, and the horse is telepathically communicating what it wants to do. And it is this beautiful blend that they're in, that they do some circles. The horse does some different speeds to see how the child can adjust to riding bareback to different speeds. And there's this really sweet connection. It's like this energy around the two of them where it's hard to tell energetically where one of them ends and the other one begins. So that's the image. And let me see what the message is. When you decide that you are connected to everything everywhere, you start to begin to exchange energies with living things around you. You start to notice that plants have a mind of their own. You start to notice that animals perk up around you. You start to notice that living things will communicate with you in all sorts of ways, and that you receive intelligence, you receive messages. You have these moments where you wonder, did I think that first, or did this creature think that first, or did we think that together? And this is the blending of consciousness that is on what you call telepathy. And we want you to encourage yourself to, throughout today, feel into everything around you, not just the things that you think have intelligences, like animals and insects and mushrooms and water and fire and the sun and the moon, but things that you think are inanimate objects, like your computer, like the chair you're sitting on, like the bed that you sleep in. And we want to encourage you. Some people think about it in terms of, well, this computer has been minerals in the earth, and therefore it has the intelligence of those minerals. Or this bed is made of cotton linens, and therefore it has the intelligence of these cotton plants. And they connect to all that is that made those elements that you are interacting with. We encourage you today to take this a step further and to imagine for a moment that your physical reality is made up of non-physical. All of matter is consciousness. So consciousness focuses energy into form. So your consciousness focused your computer into being, and your consciousness focused an entire story of the making of that computer, of the mining of the minerals, of the manufacturing plant, of the delivery plant, of everything that brought that to you. But if you realize that all of time is here and now, you realize that your consciousness delivered this fully formed computer in front of you right here, right now. And you did that. You focused that into being. And that is us. That is non-physical, focused for you in physical form here in conversation with you. So we invite you today, as you open your computer, as you lay on a bed, as you sit in a chair, to take a moment and to create a relationship with this physical form that your consciousness has coalesced into form in this moment here and now. Take a moment and set an intention for how you want your relation to feel with this physical object that you believe is inanimate, but is really us. It is really non-physical, delivering your desires to you today, collapsing the waveform for you today, holding this reality in place for you so that you get to experience this beautiful time-space reality. So the same way that you would take a moment before you got on a horse to say hi, to stroke its nose, to look into its eyes, take a moment today with all of your non-physical helpers focusing into form, all of the forms in your life, the computer, the bed, the chair that you're sitting on. Take a moment and say hello and set an intention for what kind of relationship you would like, and to take a moment and see if they might have a message for you. All right, I bless you and leave you with that.